you probably would think I would go for the memory of getting the Birkin 30, because this was actually my second store offer. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is a luxury tag video of some sort. I first seen this when I seen Isabel Style film this video, and then Dale's Addiction tagged me, but it is actually a tag video that was reinterpreted by Kat L, the wonderful Kat L on YouTube. She reinterpreted this tag from the beauty community and then spun it around to be relative to the luxury community or to do with handbags. So yeah, it's 13 things about your luxury handbag collection, I think, somewhat. Anyways, firstly, if you aren't already subscribed to my channel and you do love all things luxury and fashion and all that jazz, I would love if you would hit that subscribe button below, and also the bell so you can be notified when I upload new videos, which is twice a week on a Wednesday and on a weekend. And we're starting off with the first point, which is newest bag in my collection. So obviously I'm filming it in my kind of changed up handbag closet. I will do a full room tour because I have changed obviously the setup here, introduced a new chair and all those sorts of other things I've done, but I'm still waiting on a couple more pieces. So when I have completed all that, I will do a complete room tour. So yeah, the newest bag in my collection is actually the Picotin Lock 18, the Hermes Picotin Lock 18. This is in Clemence leather and the color is blue pale. It is absolutely beautiful. I got this just after my birthday. I was asking my sales associate for a blue broom handbag, and unfortunately here in Australia we didn't get the spring summer colors. Like, they were so slow to come into store. They've only just started to come in now, which is in September. So yeah, I got this back in I think it was, yeah, in August sometime, and I haven't actually used it yet. I may have used it by the time I've uploaded this video, I'm not sure, but yeah, I haven't used it yet purely because like it's a top handle bag, and I don't have a lot of practicality with that right now, my lifestyle with a newborn and then obviously with a toddler. The next one is your oldest handbag in your collection, and that would be my beautiful, wonderful Kelly 25 in Gris Asphalt. This is in Swift leather, and I think I got this back in, I think it was 2018, I think it was, or something. Yeah, 2018, I believe. Yeah. So yeah, this is actually my oldest handbag in my collection. I have done some changing up of my handbag collection. You know, I do have some other bags that are older, but they're not luxury handbags. They bags that I put away for my daughter. So yeah, they're not luxury, but this is technically the oldest handbag in my collection. Not very old at all. The next one is your most expensive bag. And in terms of retail price, I'm going to go on retail price for this one, because technically there is a handbag that I paid more for, just a little bit more, but this is by retail price the most expensive handbag in my collection, the Birkin 30. I paid in Australian dollars, and in Australia everything seems crazy expensive. I think Australia and Japan are probably the most expensive when it comes to luxury, and I think the retail price on this was $16,350 if I'm not mistaken, but I'm sure Hermes is going to be doing a price increase next year, so it's going to go up again. This is in Etoupe, and the hardware, obviously gold hardware, and leather is Togo, which is probably the most popular leather for all of Hermes. Now, the least expensive handbag in my collection is, well, it's not a handbag, but actually, you know what? It is a handbag because it can work as a handbag. It's the Senreve Aria belt bag, but you can use this like as a crossbody bag. You can attach a chain strap, make it a little bit more dressy. Obviously you can use it as a belt bag, you can use it as a clutch. So yeah, this is my cheapest handbag, and I believe the retail price on this is 395 USD, but I do always have a coupon code with Senreve to get $50 off. So providing your order is 300 USD, you can get 50 USD off your order. You just enter the code Purseonfleek 50 at checkout. So yeah, that is the cheapest handbag in my collection. Now, my everyday handbag is actually, again, the Aria belt bag, but I'm noticing that I'm actually using more this Aria belt bag instead. So this is in the color Storm, and the leather is called Dragon. It's essentially a croc embossed leather. But yeah, just looking back at like photos I've taken, and I know that I just used this the other day to go to the doctor twice. Like when I went the first time, then when I went back, I used this handbag. So yeah, this has actually been my everyday handbag lately. And that's just because like in instances for my lifestyle, because I have an online eBay store, that is my work from home job. That's what I do. I run a business from home. So pretty much my everyday lifestyle is going to the post office and dropping off parcels. So I don't need to carry like a bag, like a big bag of any kind, unless I know that I'm actually going to go like to the shops and I need to take the kids out of the car and we're going to go to the shops or something like that. Then I'll take a bigger bag. But for literally just dropping off parcels at the post office, at the post box, I just take this bag. And yeah, that's what I've been using. And this is still reasonably cheap as well, even though it's in the croc embossed. It's in like that 400 USD mark. And I know again they have this particular leather on sale in the handbag revival sale too. I also think that the croc embossed on this is really cool because it's got a very large sort of what do you call it, like grain, I don't know. I just can't think of how to describe it, but yeah, I quite like the size of the croc embossed for this. The next one is a handbag with the best memory, and I had to really think about this one because you probably would think I would go for the memory of getting the Birkin 30, because this was actually my second store offer and it's pretty much essentially perfect specs. Birkin 30 Etude gold hardware. It is pretty much exactly what I wanted. The only other alternative was that I kind of wanted a Birkin 25, but I'm actually really glad that it ended up being a Birkin 30. Like it was meant to be. It was total fate. So you would think that that would be my best memory, but unfortunately it's not, because at the time I actually got the offer, my sales associate had actually, well, she offered it to me, but she left and I picked it up from someone else who ended up leaving as well. So I don't have the best memory associated with that bag. The bag that I actually have the best memory is my Kelly 25 in Grey Asphalt. And the reason that I actually have the best memory with this is I didn't get it from the store. I actually bought it from Instagram consignment store. She's a consignment store actually in Singapore, but she does advertise on Instagram, JLIG99. And the reason I have the best memory with this is that I was in search of the exact bag that I wanted. I really wanted a Kelly 25. I really wanted it to be neutral. I really wanted it in the rattan style, so it was casual. And this came up and it was for a really good price, in contrast to the fact that these typically sell at a premium in the resale market. And at the time, I think that the retail price was probably around about 14,500 for the Kelly 25 in Swift. And I paid about 16,500 for it. So obviously I paid $2,000 over retail, but for a Kelly 25 that is actually a good deal, because this was brand new. This was completely brand new, never been used, and I love the color Grey Asphalt. It's similar somewhat to Etude, but still obviously very, very different at the same time, especially on Swift. So yeah, that's actually my best memory that I have of a handbag, is buying this bag on my own terms, looking for it, hunting for the exact bag that I wanted, knowing that I had saved up a lot of money for it, knowing that I had purged other bags, and I knew that whatever decision I made, I had to get it right, because I had just I just wasn't getting it right, unfortunately, with my handbags. There was too much changing over because I just wasn't getting it right. But this one just worked out to be perfect, and it's still here now. Over 2 years later, I still have the handbag and I still love it, and I do not see it going anywhere, probably even ever. So that is why I have the best memory with that bag, is that I found it, I hunted for it, I went out and I got it. I didn't go to the store because, as you know, with the store it is sometimes hard to get exactly what you want. But yeah, I got this on my own accord, and I feel really proud that that I did that and I made the right decision. So yeah, the next one is handbag worth the hype. I don't have any handbags. Well, actually, you know what I do? I do have a hyped handbag in my collection, kind of. But I feel as though in terms of what I have, which is actually worth the hype, and I would say definitely the Birkin and the Kelly has hype, no doubt about it. It's not like trendy kind of hype, but they still have hype about them because they are known to be the top tier, like ultimate holy grail handbag that you can own if you're into luxury handbags. Like, everyone talks about the Birkin and the Kelly. So to me, that is considered to be hype. And I would say that the Birkin 30 is definitely worth the hype. 100% hands down, it is a fantastic size bag. Like the Birkin in general is quite hyped, but I feel like the Birkin 30 is just the perfect size. Because on its own, it is just right. That it's not heavy to the point where you feel like, oh my god, my arm's gonna fall off. It is just that right kind of weight where you go, you know what? I feel the quality in this handbag, but I can carry this handbag, put my contents in, and I'll be fine. My arm's not gonna fall off, okay? That's how you kind of feel with the Birkin 30. So also I liked the fact that it fits in the crook of the arm quite easily, whereas the Birkin 25 definitely does not. It is pretty much handheld, or you can only put it like here. So with the Birkin 25, when you are trying to open it, this is how you try to get your stuff out, like that. It is pretty cumbersome, pretty annoying. Still a beautiful bag as well, the Birkin 25, but I kind of feel like it's not the kind of bag you can own many of due to that impracticality. Handbag that I have that is not worth the hype. You know, take this, like, don't take this literally, because I'm kind of putting my own sort of spin. Let me just put this down. My own sort of spin on this. Like, it is the pochette, the multi-pochette, okay? It is not worth the hype in regards to how the bag is advertised. Okay, so it's advertised with a canvas strap, a round coin purse to look in the utility look. And I think that that's really cool, and I actually really enjoyed using the bag that way, and I still do somewhat. But for the price point of it, it is probably not really worth it. And I also found, like, and this is more my personal take on it, because I do actually feel that the bag, when you buy it, it is worth it, but I don't feel like all the pieces are completely worth it. So the round coin purse, I sold that because I found it to be annoying. Like, I don't carry coins. Like, hardly anyone carries cash and coins these days. So I don't carry coins. The only things I could really put in there was like some chewing gum, some tissues, but I wasn't even filling up the coin purse. So there was this coin purse on me that was just like whacking around on my chest. Wasn't really like serving a very valid purpose. It was purely just like a decoration piece, in my opinion. I didn't have to put those items in there. I could have just put it in the handbag. So yeah, round coin purse, pretty much redundant. I didn't need it. Sold it. The canvas strap, I actually really did like that. But I ended up selling it because I just really wasn't using the bag with the canvas strap. Like, I hardly was using it. And again, it comes down to the point where if I'm not using something, it's not getting enough use, not getting enough cost per wear, I'm not in love with it, I just let it go, because I just don't like stuff sitting in here that I go, oh, there's $1,000 on the shelf right there. Look, oh, there's $10,000 right there that I'm not using. I'm not of that, that's not my mentality. I don't like that. Like I said, I've been buying luxury since I was 15 years old, and I had to work to buy everything that I ever bought. I had to work and save. So that is why I don't like things just sitting there stagnant on the shelf, not being used. So I did sell the canvas strap. But these two pieces, they are worth it. So, like I said, it's a bit weird, this my kind of take on answering this, because the bag as a whole, not worth the hype. But if you don't have either of these pieces, like the pochette accessoire in the NM size, and even this mini pochette is actually bigger than the normal mini pochette, I feel like this part is really worth it. But yeah, bag as a whole, probably not worth it. Also, now I've just been using this bag with a Vachetta strap. This is actually a no brand, has no logo on it whatsoever. It's actually raw cowhide leather, so it behaves the same way as Vachetta Louis Vuitton leather does, but it's completely unbranded, made by a leather artisan. It is something that I sell on my eBay store. This one's made to order though. And then I also have this one, which I currently tend to keep in stock in my inventory here in Sydney, and this is just a 110 centimeter crossbody strap, and I can still use these two together. Like, I've still got the chain as well. I can clip this on and I can still use it like the multi-pochette, just with this cowhide strap instead. Yeah, so that's kind of how I just use these bags like that. If you are interested in these cowhide straps, they do patina. They will do that honey patina over time. I will have them linked down below in the description bar if you are interested in them, if you don't have like these straps from any of your other bags. But yeah, very useful, these two, but bag as a whole, probably not really worth the hype or the price tag. Now, the next one is favorite bag from favorite brand, and that's pretty obvious. My favorite brand is Hermes. Like, duh. I always talk about Hermes on this channel. And yeah, my favorite bag from my favorite brand would be the Kelly 25. Yeah, quite obviously, Kelly 25. I love this bag. Self-explanatory. It was exactly what I wanted. I went ahead and bought it myself. I also get my bags authenticated too. I can authenticate Hermes because I've been collecting Hermes, buying Hermes for quite a long time. I've had my fair share of bags and I know a lot about the history and the actual detail that goes into making these bags. So I can authenticate my handbags, but I always go for a second opinion and I always get my bags authenticated again. Now I use real authentication because I'm quite confident in my skills, but I also recommend that you should get 2 authentications done. Baba Baby is one of the top tier authenticators pretty much, and then get one done by real authentication as well. I do have a coupon to get $5 off with real authentication, which I'll put on the screen, and it's in the coupons and discount section of the description bar. But yeah, even if I buy not from the store, I get my bags authenticated. Yeah, should always do that if you happen to not buy the store. My most used handbag, well, I think this is going to be a given because I've already said this has been my everyday bag for my lifestyle, would be the Aria belt bag. And I would also say that it would be the Senreve Mini Maestra, because this bag is what I tend to use when I'm going with the kids to the shops and it's just me and I'm pushing the pram and I got my daughter in my hand. Then I'm using this bag because I can actually put it on my bag to make it into a backpack just by pulling the straps. You're probably familiar. I've got like pictures on my Instagram. So yeah, this is my most used and this is my most used handbags for my lifestyle. Even though obviously I've got Hermes bags and I love them and I use them, it's just that for going to the post office, I don't really want to like take my Hermes bag because I put it in the front seat of my car. Sometimes I go through the drive-thru and get Starbucks or get McDonald's for like my daughter. She'll get a Happy Meal and I could have greasy, oily hands. And I've got the kids and I'm getting the kids out of the car. And there's just so many instances where mistakes can happen, accidents can happen. I'm also pretty clumsy, so I just don't reach for my Hermes bags in those situations unless I'm going somewhere where I really just want to have a super duper nice handbag, you know, then I will and I'll take that risk. But if my husband's with me, then definitely I will take my Hermes bag because I've got someone else to help me anyway, so I can be a bit more careful and I'm not feeling flustered and rushed. So yeah, the Aria belt bag and Senreve Aria belt bag and the Senreve Mini Maestra are definitely my most used. Now moving on to the next one, we've only got a couple more left. The most underrated handbag that I have in my collection, hands down 100% the Belize 27. And I love this bag. Really, I reckon give it another couple more years and I could potentially be saying that this is my favorite handbag. Who knows? That's how passionate I feel about this bag. It is so awesome. It's so light. It comes with a strap obviously as well, but it's just so lightweight, but it's so underrated. Like the Belize was actually the first handbag that Hermes ever made. But yeah, it just gets so forgotten. Like when everyone talks about Hermes, they talk about the Birkin, the Kelly, the Constance, and then for like, you know, the lower cost bags, people always just go for the Pinkerton or the Evelyne. But the Belize is something you really like. If you're thinking about Hermes, definitely think about the Belize 27. It is more expensive. It is this one was 8,755 Australian dollars. So yeah, it is more expensive, but I really feel like it's worth the money. It is cheaper than a Chanel classic flap. Any of the small, medium, large, way cheaper than that. But the quality is fantastic. It's Hermes, so lightweight, zippered. Yeah, just a really fantastic handbag. Second last one is most nostalgic handbag, and definitely, again, Kelly 25. Most nostalgic handbag for sure, just because of the whole way that you know, I went about getting it and it was exactly what I wanted. Now the last one is most disappointing handbag, and I don't really necessarily have one that I'm super disappointed with or any way like that. It's kind of just a little thing that kind of bugs me about it. Yeah, so I want to answer this question because I like to be honest, and this is something that bugs me about the handbag. So this kind of thing about it is disappointing, but the handbag overall is not, because I love this color. Oh my god, I love Rose Azali. I love Rose Azali. I love Rose Azali. It just makes me happy when I look at it. Like, anyways, all right. Size, like fantastic size. Fits a great amount. Leather, perfection. It is supple, hugs to your body, and that's what I love about it. I prefer to use this bag crossbody actually. I wish the strap was a little bit longer, I really do. Or I wish that there was a way that they like reinvented the Constance, that you could actually remove the strap, like it was detachable and you could attach your own like Hermes sangle strap, that'll be really cool. Or if they've made the strap like adjustable so that it had more length, you know, like Hermes, think about it, seriously. But yeah, I wear this bag crossbody mostly, but the thing I find disappointing about it, when I wear it on the shoulder, and I don't think everyone would have this problem, I think it's just me, my shoulders, like, and I'm wearing a bit of a slippery shirt, but this happens to me on other clothing as well, and it's annoying, but you might see it starting to happen now. I'm just trying to relax my shoulders in a normal situation. Okay, I'm starting to lean a bit just so it kind of happens a bit quicker, but basically that happens a lot and it's annoying. And I think it's because of my shoulders. I don't have this problem with the Kelly bag, and I think it's to do with the weight of the Constance buckle, because it's quite obvious that there is more weighting on the front of this bag than there is on the back or in the middle. It is more front heavy, and that is why it slips off my shoulders. This happens with any kind of shirt I'm wearing, obviously more so with a slippery shirt. Like, I definitely would not be using this bag in the shoulder with this kind of chiffon shirt. I would just be dropping it all the time and it would peeve me off. So yeah, that's the only thing I find disappointing, but it's not like a disappointing handbag by any means overall. I do really, really like it. I am trying to sell this bag, but if it doesn't sell, I'm keeping it because the color I love so much. But the reason I'm trying to sell it, not for the fact that it slips off my shoulder, because I definitely would add a Constance 24 again if this sold. It's not for that reason. It is just because I want to buy a horseshoe stamp bag, and I'm hoping to actually get a Rose Azalea in the HSS color, like buying it in the resale market. So but yeah, I do love the Constance 24. I do. That's the only disappointing thing I find about it, and I don't think most people would have that problem. I think it's just me and my shoulders go down. My mum has the same issue. Bags always slip off her shoulders, and yeah, if I'm wearing a slippery shirt, it's just a total nightmare. So if I do want to wear it on the shoulder, the best way for me to get a bit more traction, and so I can kind of hug the bag to me, is just to wear it double strapped, kind of like a little baguette. So I think that's really cool as well. I like the way that that looks. I think that that's cute, and it's a nice big bag as well, so you kind of sling it back like that. And I don't know if you can't really see because I'm short, but yeah, I think that that looks super duper chic. So yeah, that's it. I know I made this video so unnecessarily longer than it needed to be, but that is always what I do. I always give lots of information. I'm always super duper informative. I just like to tell you guys everything. Anyways, I'm done. I can hear that my son has just woken up. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.